One very talented 13-year-old, almost 14, with the Boulder Youth Symphony has caught the attention of the Chinese government. No, Katie Kerwin doesn't just hope for these tiny opportunities or small breaks in the musical world, but goes all out aiming as high as she can go. Now, before we learn more about Katie's upcoming trip, we get our own very mini concert. And here she is, and then later we'll, of course, meet the conductor. Take it away, Katie. Beautiful. How long have you been playing the violin?
Almost 9 years.
Almost 9 years. So started when you were
5.
When you were 5. Are there any other instruments that you play?
I kind of teach myself some stuff on piano, but not any lessons.
So did that just come naturally for you when you were at the age of 5? And you just said, I want to play the violin?
Yeah.
That easy, huh? What's your daily violin training like for you?
Well, I have almost 2 hours at School of Orchestra on every school day. On Sundays, I have over 2 hours of training with China Orchestra. On Mondays, I have 2 hours with Colorado Youth Symphony Orchestra, and then every day I practice an hour and a half to 2 hours on my own.
So it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go to school?
Denver School of the Arts.
And how did you get into that school? That's also a process.
Yeah, I just auditioned. I heard about it from my violin teacher, so I decided to try.
Now, I love this because you love the sounds of the violin and you play the violin, but what is your favorite music? Complete opposite of the spectrum here.
I like a lot of rock.
Hard rock?
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite rockers?
I like 3 Days Grace, and I like Evanescence, and people like that.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Definitely.
Can you play, have you tried to attempt any of their? Anything harder?
Not really.
Not really. That's totally out of the realm of violinist.
Kind of.
Now, Mr. Chen, this is such an amazing opportunity for Katie and other students around Colorado who've been selected. And you have quite the musical background. What is that?
I started violin when I was 4 years old, and my father was a quite well-known violinist and pedagogue in China. So I pretty much had no choice.
But to do that?
Yes. And so I went to pretty much conservatory throughout all my life. Then I came to Colorado and went to CU and continued my music education there.
Now this trip is actually scheduled in May, and it's 16 days through.
Yes.
Now, how did this come about? And how was Katie the selection process of this?
I know Katie from a few years now. I work also with her at my summer camp in Boulder, and when I mentioned to my father I would like to do something for the kids around in Denver, Boulder area, because I started conducting youth orchestras. And he said, well, let's see what I can do. And so he talked to a few people and got this opportunity for us to tour China.
Pulled a few strings?
Few strings, yes.
And then there you go. And how has it been like for you to work with Mr. Chen?
It's really fun.
Have you just learned so much?
Yeah.
Does he push Shivo? To get better? He's like, to get better and better. So what's planned for the kids? And where are they staying? How will that work?
The trip is pretty intense, actually. We're gonna have activities back to back. We're gonna go to Hong Kong, then go to Guangzhou, and we have a huge concert in Guangzhou. It's at one of China's best music concert hall. It's called the Xinhai Music Hall. And after that, we'll go to Guilin for some fun. and go to Xi'an, go to see the terracotta soldiers, and then we'll go to Beijing, visit top two Chinese music conservatories, the Central Music Conservatory and the China Music Conservatory. And we're going to do two collaborative performances with the conservatory kids there. Then we'll go to Hangzhou to visit the West Lake, then go to Shanghai. Of course, we're going to go see the Forbidden City and the Great Wall in Beijing.
You can't wait to walk on the Great Wall of China. You're excited for that.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Not really. I'm just more excited for it.
You are. Well, that's great. Now, you're not done yet because at the end of the show, Katie and Mr. Chen, you're going to join us once again. Maybe you'll play a little bit together for us. And to learn much more about the China trip, the Boulder Youth Symphony, and all the different things that they are doing, and even to make donations, because, Katie, you're raising a lot of your own money for this. You can visit bysymphony.org. You can also call 303-506-8105, and we'll talk more with Katie about that toward the end of the show. Coming up. We love their music so much. We are back with violinist Katie Kerwin and also Mr. Chen, conductor, and they're going to actually give us a little bit more highlights of their trip. But first, we want to hear you play just a little bit again. Is that okay? They're ready. All right, go for it. Is a big part of this. How much money are you trying to raise to help pay for the trip?
About $3,000.
$3,000, and for all the kids, so you're really encouraging help with that.
We have this whole trip is made up with most talented kids from Denver, Boulder, Longmont area, and but there are quite few students are just like Katie. They're so talented. They're so eager to go. There's such a wonderful opportunity for them, especially at this interesting time to visit China.
Right.
It's opening up, it's changing, and but they do need financial help.
Okay.
But the trip costs about $3,000.
So hopefully you can help with that and with the information that we gave them. And the best way is the website, which is bysymphony.org.
Or they can Google Boulder Youth Symphony.
Very good. All right. Well, thank you so much. Best of luck on your trip. And please, when you get back, can you come back on our show so we can do a follow-up?
Sure.
See how it went? Great. Thanks for your company, Colorado. We also